got a bit of a cranky neck, and is that neck not moving very easily for you, then you may want to have a look at this muscle here. This is the platysma, highlighted in blue. You can see that it runs from underneath the chin down to the collarbone and out to the shoulder. So it covers quite a big aspect, which means that if any of these structures have had anything happen to them, then of course it will affect the connecting structures too. So if you have whacked your collarbone, then absolutely it may be affecting your neck. If you have hit your shoulder, that may be affecting your neck. And of course, if you have had any kind of surgery or intervention, especially dental work, then there may be some tension as well coming from the jaw that is affecting down into this area and then making the neck feel cranky. Now, if you've had any surgeries around this area as well, dental surgeries, thyroidectomy, open heart surgeries, any kind of chest augmentation reduction, be it cosmetic or pathological, then it may well be that you've got some restriction in the tissue from the scar tissue, and because of that the neck isn't moving so easily. So what we're going to do with this muscle is use very, very flat hands. It's a very superficial muscle, which means it's the top layer with all of the deeper muscles underneath it. It doesn't need any poking around. We want to be really gentle. So nice flat hands are in order here. Now, to do this, we're going to come into its shortened position. So we're going to come into flexion first. Hands, we're going to run down the neck and then just hook onto the collarbone, and then take a breath in, and on the exhale, stretch away from the hands, and we get a really nice little stretch into there. Now, we are not one-dimensional in our movement, so we have also got two more planes of motion. We've got our side to side, and we have got our rotation. So this is my left side here, and if I want to stretch the left side, I'm going to come towards the left side, bring my hand, flat hand, down through the tissues, and then hook into the top of the shoulder, and then I'm going to pull away and stretch away from that side. And likewise, if I want to do rotation, then we're going to say on my right side, I'm going to rotate to the right first, pop my hand down towards the collarbone, and then I'm going to rotate away to the left, so we get that stretch in the tissue. So have a little go for yourself, see how it goes, and hopefully that might relieve some of the tension in your neck and get your neck moving a little bit more happily for you. Sometimes the neck is overworking because another part isn't working as well, and this often can happen when we have got not a lot of movement or restricted movement at the rib cage, because the rib cage and the neck are joined via the spine. So sometimes that cranky neck can actually be because we need to get the rib cage moving instead. So for this exercise, we are going to stand with our hips facing forwards, and you're not going to deviate from there. So when we rotate round, those hips can't do this, they have to stay forwards so that we're only moving at the rib cage. We're going to backstroke today. So hands out in front of you, and you are going to backstroke behind you. Okay, 3 to 5 times on each side, hips facing forward, remember, so that we're really getting this rib cage to do the rotation for us. Now, when we free up the rib cage, we can often resolve neck pain without actually any intervention to the neck itself. So give that a go today and let me know how you get on. Is that the thing that helps your cranky neck? Let me know. Sometimes neck pain can be caused by the nerves that are trapped within the tissues, surrounding tissues. So of course we would like to take down the tension in the muscles so that the nerves don't get as compressed. And sometimes those nerves just need to have some movement. Now, what nerves don't like is when they are stretched from both ends, because that just makes it go, ah, and freak out a little bit and cause even more pain. What nerves do like is a flossing. So we're going to gently floss the nerve rather than stretch the nerve. So here's a nerve floss for you to try to your neck. We are going to take the neck away from the side where it hurts, And then instead of leaving it on this big stretch, we're then going to just lift up and down with the shoulder so that we floss the nerve instead of stretch it. And then we gently come out and relax. Equally, we can take the shoulder down and away from the neck, pull away, and then we can floss with the head. Either way, be really mindful that we're not putting that full stretch on the nerve, because that's when it won't like it. And of course, we can do that on the other side as well. So try flossing your nerves today. Sometimes neck pain can occur because of the stacking of our head over our rib cage over our pelvis. We really want to have lovely alignment so that all of the muscles are basically sitting where they want to sit, rather than being overstretched because they are sitting in a suboptimal position. Now, this happens a lot in our modern day lives. Often because of our texting, we spend a lot of time in this forward head position. And it means that we have this rounded shoulders, we get a lot of flexion in the spine, we get a forward head position, and the muscles get put under a huge amount of tension because they're put on a lot of stretch, trying to hold on to your bowling ball of a head. So how can we get ourselves more into extension? Well, lots of people try to get into extension by moving their shoulders back. But that doesn't actually do anything to the placement of your spine or your rib cage. So what we're going to do instead is we are going to do some retraction with a resistance band so that we can really get our shoulder blades and our rib cage to come up instead of our shoulders just to pull back. Here we go. So take a resistance band and pop it round something that's not going to move. You've then got your two lengths of the resistance band, and we're going to row your boat. So we're going to pull the elbows straight back, and as the elbows come back, you'll notice that the rib cage lifts up, and that gives our shoulder blades some retraction rather than some protraction. So it comes from here to here. So taking the two lengths, take a breath in, exhale out, shoulders pull straight back like a row, and then we come forward again. Breath in, exhale out, and row. You'll feel your shoulder blades pinch together, which is our retraction, and we'll also get that lovely rise of the rib cage rather than this pulling back of the shoulders. Try that, see how it goes, and see if that helps your neck pain.